Good evening. I am here today to make a final reflection for my philosophy class, a conclusion on how much I have learned and understood throughout the lessons and the time given to acquire this lesson to gain knowledge on morality. For this video, I will be sharing the topics that made a mark in my life as I will be carrying this knowledge in deciding options and for thinking what is good and right. Scenarios are given in the beginning of each lessons and topics for these scenarios to make you think morally based on your own knowledge and choice. The first scenario given to me is the lifeboat scenario, where the survivors had to eat one of them who was dying ill in order to survive for a couple of days until rescue arrives. I have learned that it is morally permissible to do such act because it is for the greater good of the majority, and we should focus more on the results and treat intentions as irrelevant because good consequences equals good actions. This is utilitarianism. It says that we should measure our actions in terms of happiness or pleasure that we produce. And the lifeboat scenario determines a situation that a person is bound to die and the other survivors ate the person who was dying and ill. Yes, one innocent person dies, but 3 more persons are saved. In any situation, we should choose the action that produces the greatest good for the greatest number. Another scenario that struck me the most is the case of incest, where a brother and sister had sex, and that inbreeding is not an issue because they use protection, and that no harm befell during the sex because no emotional harm has been done. I have learned that most of the time our choices does not rely on morality. Instead, it's just contingent on our desires. If we desire to have money, then we choose to work harder. There are commands we must follow regardless of our desire. You don't need religion to know what the law is, because what is right and wrong is knowable just by using intellect, and that this action is wrong in all measurements of intentions or desire because we ultimately know that by intellect that having sex is with your sibling is wrong. These are some scenarios that struck me the most throughout the time I'm studying philosophy. And it always boils down to the question, why should I be moral? By understanding these lessons and topics, being moral not just changes your way of life, but it also changes and helps the people around you. Actions that brings greater good to the people and actions that creates happiness towards the majority and for yourself. Being moral makes you choose the right option and makes you think morally towards a manner. Our actions changes our reality, and our intentions matter, and by being moral, changes our actions and our intentions to a better side. Without morality, social life would be nearly impossible. Being moral makes us better with each other and with ourselves. Practicing morality is not easy and does not get the job done right away, but by doing it day by day leads to a better life and a better tomorrow. Thank you.